So I'm up at altitude at the moment, and I probably look a bit rough, and my mum's not going to like this one. But one of the things is it's all about looking after yourself, and it's making sure that we are at Font Remote at the moment. So there are loads of runners on the track. It's just coming up to the sunset. Missing them. There we go. And we have got international level runners everywhere. This has got to be the mecca for middle and long distance running in Europe. And the track is situated around about 1,825 meters. And the whole point of coming to altitude is to increase the cardiovascular stress whilst you are training, and boost the body's ability to take up and use oxygen, and ultimately increase VO2 max and increase performance. But what you've got to think about is when you're in a situation like this, when you travel, when it's a lot hotter than normal, when the air up here is obviously a lot thinner, it's a lot drier, is actually looking after yourself. That has to be the primary focus. So whilst you might want to come away and put loads of volume in on your training camp, it is all about making sure that you are properly looking after yourself. So keeping hydrated, drinking more than you would do down at sea level, really carefully checking recovery statistics. So looking at resting heart rate, looking at heart rate variability. I've got a couple of fancy little devices that also look at my blood saturation. So SpO2, so oxygen saturation in my blood. And I also monitor my core temperature, and I've been overdoing it. So, again, it's all about balance. Here they go, absolutely flying through some of these boys. It is all about checking, monitoring, and making sure that recovery is the primary focus. Because whilst you might be thinking as an athlete, I want to train harder. Again, you've heard me say it before. It's not about training harder. It's about training smarter. We use the facilities that we've got to push our bodies to the best of our ability, which is absolutely fantastic. But of course, what we've also got to do is we've also got to make sure that the key element is recovering, and recovering as smart as possible. So recovery. And then if you're recovering well, you can train harder rather than train hard and hope you recover. So again, just turn that on its head, get the recovery right, and the training benefits will take care of themselves. There is no point in going out and smashing yourself and then not recovering properly, because you're going to end up ill, you're going to end up injured, and you're going to end up going backwards instead of forwards. So know your training zones, know how to modify your training zones if you're traveling, make sure you look after fluid intake, make sure you monitor sleep, and make sure, above all, you look after yourself. Need help? That's what I'm here for.